BSdiscover, how you doing? Excuse me, I've been running, about to go out running again, just keeping myself ready for the physical, mental, and emotional learning journey. How you doing? Chosen, do you know you are being followed? You are being followed. You probably see and you know, and those who aren't at that point yet to even have the capability of witnessing people following you. Come on along. Let me show you what to look for. So, we call them, parasites. We call them Decepticons, and on that, because you have been chosen, you have been in certain places that you always brought people out who are winning battles against places they don't want to be. And you did not have to do anything that they probably would have done in them places. So yes, people are following you. They're following you because they're trying to see what it is. But trust and believe, when you're chosen, they can only see what they want to see, how much God allowed them to see, than what really is being told. But you see the whole picture. You see the followers. You see the people who's trying to put you in positions to look some type of way so they can bring somebody up, or they can make you look like you're not worthy. And the newest thing is, as chosen ones, what I'm learning today about these parasites, they're good. And you have to be watchful. First, pay attention of how close they are. Pay attention to who they are around. Pay attention to if the communication start to be gathering together than to gather by themselves. Pay attention to when you go to one area, the same people are coming from the area you originated from, but following you. And especially if you've been going to that area for months and they never been there before. But why now? Why now on your come up? Why now on your struggle? Why now on your changes? Why now on the things that will make and build you? Because those are the people who don't try to see somebody succeed who they don't understand. You have people who don't understand you. They don't understand where you derive from. They don't understand the power. They don't understand the power that was given to you to bless others that you don't even know that you're blessing. Or you know that you're being used. Because there's people that can trust you. And they want to know, why are you not giving in to the pressure? Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to desensitize you into being greater. If I can keep you low by using other people, it could be communities, it could be community associates. They got a lot of secret society people. Secret society people are people who are sent out to the community to make changes. And part of that change could be you, depending upon whether you're that competition. And you never even knew you was competition. You never saw yourself as that. You always saw yourself as somebody who's helping, regardless of the situation. How many people out there, chosen ones, you go to work every day, but after work, you also working because you're trying to keep people in the right direction. How many people, all the kids come to your area, come to your house. All the kids want to play with your children. You are chosen because they know they're safe. But don't think there won't be people, Decepticons, who see that and try to change that. And all you know that you made yourself strong, and you can hope that your children be strong, but you were chosen because the eyes are on you. But see, the children are being used and seen because there's more to chosen than what you know. And that's saving reputation, saving the future generation. Now you have a future generation that want to continue with all the negative assessing in life, thinking that they're doing something positive like rap. Which rapper do you like? Which rapper that you know is doing what they have to do? Which rapper that you know will not take away from the changes of the community? Now we are learning that how these rappers, like when they go and they sing for these communities, there's more to it. When they work out these communities, they're working out for themselves. Like I met a guy who came from New Jersey, and I was in the community, and the rappers was coming around me. They were doing things. They were coming up, and they was bringing people from different states. I said, ooh, New Jersey's here, you know. But the rapper introduced me to the person, you know, and the person wanted to meet me, but I'm saying to myself, why is this? But they having an agenda, and you being a person who is there because God can only choose you because he already know whatever they're trying to do, whoever they're trying to please, he's going to show up in the end. He knows that you're going to win. You're not going to lose. They're losing because they're being recognized. The minute you recognize them, it's because God allowed them to be recognized, but they don't see that they're being recognized. They don't even see the fall. You know the fall. You've seen the fall. You've seen it in vision. So you don't worry. You walk like you walk. You be in places. I've been next to the rappers. I've been next to the people they brought my way. And a lot of them are wealthy children. Black rappers hanging with rich, white, wealthy children because they benefit from them. They like them. The parents like they around money. They making money. They investing into the rappers. But you're chosen because you can show them what you're able to do for them and not make changes. And even though they're using you, why you? Because you're chosen. You are chosen because you have more meaning to what they see and what they understand. A lot of them know that you can be trusted than some people in the professional, because when a person know that you're good, the secret society of people who are called parasites will try to do things to bring you down. And they'll do it right in front of everybody. And you ain't doing nothing. You're chosen. But you're going through the steps because you know God knows I'm not going to be caught up in this. Who's really going to come out is the person who's trying to set you up. The people that following you. Know that you will always be followed. Follow means I got to know what you're doing to get to you. And sometimes they try to put fear in you, but a chosen one don't have fear. How could I have fear when I've seen you taken down? You could come close. I have seen them got that close and still be taken down. And by the same people who question you, because they got to begin to question them. So they come to you for savior, for protection, for help. And they start to learn from you and they start to build. And the community start to question, how is that possible? You're not putting any effort into what they're doing, but you are showing them something that they can do for themselves, which is rely on themselves, which is rely on what God can do for you, because you're always going to go through. So when the devil worshipers started to, getting into being exposed in the music, and even in a lot around me that I didn't even know that was coming up with really important rappers. So that's why I had to do this second tape, I call it, to bring knowledge, because I'm realizing the power that is in the hands of many, especially children who are influenced. And rap truly influences our children. Trust and believe. As a chosen one, I know this. And when I see children who can listen to rap and not be misled by what they hear, those are the children I'd rather grab on my side. Because that shows that you're smart. That happened to them. It doesn't mean it has to happen to you. But a lot of these children react. And when they react, they don't know that they're bringing that negative energy in. Therefore, they can never win. So the rappers will always be on top as long as they can use you. And they're using a lot of children, a lot of people who use them and to save them. Like, let's say, community events. They need a singer. That rapper comes in. That's why people are particular in who they hired to sing and bring money into the community. Because how far does it stream? And as a business person, if you're chosen, you're wise enough to know and see these things. You have to know these things. Therefore, you are followed. It's not paranoia. Guess what it is? It's a whole stream of people being called out. From paranoid to making real noise. Not the fake noise they want to give you. You hear that word fake a lot. Fake love. And that's what they're giving you. Fake love. That fake noise. That fake energy. They don't care about you, but they take what they have, they move in a new community, and then guess what? They turn against you. Secretly, you don't even know, because they try to get away from that, and they're bringing you up. But remember where they were. They had eyes on them, therefore eyes shall be on you. Which I'm talking about the government and officials trying to figure out, are you a good or a bad person? And sometimes just them looking and digging could make things bad for you. But as a chosen one, you'll make it. That's why a lot of people lose their jobs, because people start lying on them. And the people who don't know or understand that you're only being used because you're not going to take them in the wrong direction. You're taking them in the right direction. And sometimes you don't even know that you're being used by them. So the question that people have to ask is, why are they around him or her if they've never been around that person before? There's an agenda. The agenda, you to be followed. They trying to see where you going. They see your means. They see where you at. But them parasites don't care. They need to come up. But you knock them down every time. You don't have to do anything. When you see them, you don't have to say anything. Because anytime God brings them around you, trust and believe, he got eyes already on them. And you begin to see the eyes on them. They say, oh, they used to talk. They ain't talking no more. Why? Because the eyes on you. You don't have to talk anymore. So that's why you see people secretly who are in, like, police officers and government officials, you see them falling, being recognized, because what they thought they were after was not who they supposed to have been after. Therefore, guess what? Your eyes gotta have to start look that way. And when the eyes start looking that way, you start winning on through. So I'm telling you today, don't fall short when you see certain people who try to make you seem like you're off. And the biggest thing people like to say, crazy. Yes, you are crazy. Crazy enough for a challenge. Crazy enough to let God be God. Do you understand that? And this is when you know you're winning, when you're on top. It's not the amount of money. It's not the where you at. First you got to win this. If you haven't lost that, you're winning, because that's what they're trying to take. They are trying to win that through money, sponsorship, and promises. And all you keep saying as a chosen one, we say no. We on a walk ourselves. We believe. We know where we going. And the places I told them I've been, they didn't believe. But when I post certain things, certain videos with me and some upcoming rappers and rappers that they see with new rappers now or famous rappers, they begin to say, oh, she was there. Because there's an agenda. But the agenda was to be against you. But some people are used to show how true you are, how good you are. And in parasites, you will always win. So always know they will always follow you. You will hear certain things. It's only to demean you. They got to get to this. If they can get to this, you allow them to win. That's why they follow you. They're trying to mentally break you down. If I could break you down mentally, I have succeeded. And sometimes I just be laughing. Like, this person really trying. Because it becomes a joke. And you win. And you know when you win? When people start turning against them. That's when you start winning. And guess what? Then you find yourself going to a different level. You're already in that level. And when you're in that level, the parasites never leave. Because they are there. Their focus is to take you down. So they're going to send somebody different. But don't panic. Don't get paranoid. Be who you are. Stay who you are. Stay real to who you are. Sooner or later, the enemy have to flee. They're going to flee. Because they're going to be wasting their time. Time, money, manpower. And you be stealing that manpower too. But that's the greater thing. But I want you to check out this video. I had to add to this so y'all can see how they also call drinkers, not just watchers. The only thing is, watch who's following you. And if you're in the community and you are on target and set, because there's something in you that's bringing out the rest. And they trying to understand why you will always be and do your best. Until next time, BS and Discover.